Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is for those who have a Sagittarius sun sign, Sagittarius moon sign, or a Sagittarius ascendant. And even if you don't and you vibe very strongly with this particular zodiac, this reading is for you. It's a general reading for about a week, give or take 2 days. And whatever guidance is coming through, it might have just happened in the recent past, or it's like happening as you're watching, or it just might be around the corner. And whatever you wish to take from this reading, apply it to your situation carefully and then proceed. Okay, let us see what is the guidance for Sagittarius for this coming week. One last shuffle. There. Let us see what is it for you in this week. Oh, lovely. Six of Wands, a card of victory, a card of moving forward, a card of having accomplished something. It's like, yeah, lovely card to get. So there is something which you have, people are looking up to you and you're feeling very good about, kind of, see, it comes from the Five of Wands, right? And the Five of Wands is a card of struggle, it's a card of battle, it's a card of pitching yourself against another person or other people. And here, this is a card of, coming out of that Five of Wands energy victorious, whatever the situation might be. Okay, let us take a look at your situation. Where are you coming from, Sagittarius? Okay, so you've had a wish fulfillment. Okay, Three of Swords and King of Cups. So I would say that, there has been a situation where you were really, really hurt. Three of Swords. Okay, and you had this wish to, heal, that your heart would heal. And you're looking at that healing heart which you have been holding on to, wishing that somehow this sadness, kind of this phase gets over, or whatever made you sad, that situation kind of gets balanced out, evened out, and you come out of this situation of feeling hurt and betrayed, right? So I don't know why betrayed came to me, and I think whatever, and you've been wishing for that equilibrium to come into the situation, and you have just kind of experienced it. And you've got King of Cups. It is making you feel it's making you feel very happy and victorious, but it is and maybe there was this a male person who probably did this to you, you experience this heartache with, because it talks of a masculine energy who is very, who has hurt you probably emotionally. You've got all cards to do with emotions and feelings. So someone who was a little cold to you, someone who did not, be very emotionally forthright with you, who did not share their feelings with you, all right, and that kind of, hurt you a bit, or maybe hurt you a lot. And somehow you have come out of that situation. You've been wishing that this whole thing comes to an end, and probably it has, and that is why you're feeling this. You're getting this card of Six of Wands, and you're feeling this energy also. I will just take out some cards to go a little deeper into this situation. You got Wheel of Fortune, you've got the High Priestess, and you got Three of Cups. Okay, so here, all what you experienced, it was just a matter of, it was something which came about with time. There was a time for something like that to happen. All right, and probably, you knew, and probably there is a group of people also connected with this entire situation. So maybe from a group of people, there was one particular male energy which kind of said something, or how things played out, which left you feeling really heartbroken and very, very sad. But I think over a period of time you have realized that You've understood this kind of up and down movement of life. Sometimes these things do happen to us. I think that is what is making you feel this Six of Wands energy, because this is a card of intuition. It's a card of, seeing behind the scenes. It's a card of, some kind of intuitive uh, behavior approach to all situations. So somewhere deep within, that this is the nature of life. You meet people, some of them are going to hurt you, some of them are going to do I mean, some equations can be unpleasant and some can be pleasant. So this was an unpleasant one, it, but a resolution has happened, and that is why you're feeling like this. Whether the resolution is from this other person, or whether you have understood that entire situation from a deeper level, because this is a card of inner knowledge, deep wisdom. So however it is, for some people it might have played out at the outer level, that yes, that closure came, that apology, I won't say apology, but that understanding came from another person. Or for some of you, you have figured it out for yourself, and now you're no longer looking at waiting for somebody to come in and kind of balance out the situation. You have balanced it out for yourself, you have understood it for yourself, and now you don't feel hurt, right? And at the bottom of the deck was this Eight of Cups. And because this is a card of walking away from a situation which has nothing more to offer. So you've understood why this entire thing happened, why it played out, and you're coming out of it victorious. Okay, let me get some guidance for you. I mean, you're feeling very nice, very good, no doubt. You again got the Wheel of Fortune. Lovely. So it's a card of, knowing that, everything, the wheel goes up, the wheel goes down. This is the nature of life. But it also talks of, the time is for you. This is your time to feel this victory, to experience this, to know that, that entire challenging phase, you've come out of it victorious. So you need to, like pat yourself on the back, and having, come out of it really nicely. King of Wands. Don't, what would I say? King of Wands is somebody who is, how should I put it across? Who can tom about himself, talk about himself. I did this, puff themselves up that, see, I managed to do this. All right. So this is the card which talks of an energy which here this guy is being applauded by everybody, one and all. But here is this applause for yourself. I just said it that you should pat yourself on your back. But this is a card of taking it to another level of patting yourself back and getting patting yourself on your back and getting all puffed up, and it going to your head a little bit. Don't make it that big, okay? You've got the Strength card. So you need to just kind of tone that thing down a little bit. And even if this another person has come up to bring about a balance in the situation and heal the situation, for those of you it happens like that, don't fill yourself with pride, okay? That I waited and this person finally came and apologized, or offered the olive branch, or decided to mend the situation. Because it took you a lot of strength to get through this entire thing. It will take you equal amount of strength not to get your ego in the way. There's one feeling about the Six of Wands, it is accomplishment. But when it is paired with the King of Wands, then it becomes that accomplishment goes to the head. It becomes an inflated ego, that look, I have done it, look, I have achieved. Here everyone is acknowledging what you did, but here it is acknowledging yourself, that I did this. Don't let that happen. The amount of strength and restraint you showed in dealing with the situation, you need to show that same kind of restraint in preventing this. It's good to know what you're capable of doing it, and I would give you full credit for having come out of a situation. But don't let that victory go to your head. You must understand the quiet power and quiet strength of a lion. It doesn't display its power, to all and sundry at all odd hours as and when it feels like. It knows when it has to. You also know that you have the strength. You know, pulled through this entire situation. But just don't let it give you an inflated ego. Okay? Let me pull out a message for you. Ask for what you want. What does it say? Find the courage to ask for what you want. Others have the right to tell you yes or no, but you always have the right to ask. Likewise, everybody has the right to ask you for what they want, and you have the right to say yes or no. Okay, so here again, this card talks of strength, right? So you might feel that you since you managed to do this all by yourself, you don't really need anybody. Okay, and in future also, if some situation does come about, you have it all. You have all the resources for yourself. But this card again, I was telling you, don't get into this king of wands energy of that, I can do everything and I'm like super powerful and things like that, because this is a card of wands. It can say that I can do this and I can do that, but when it comes down to doing, there are a lot of other factors which come into play. So just because you have accomplished this, don't let that thought come to you that you can accomplish anything and everything on your own. Be humble. Try and understand how others have also played into the situation. See, just go back and see the kind of assistance you got at a very obvious level and at a very subtle level, which helped you pull through the situation. Then you will realize that it was not you alone who was working. There were other factors, there were other energies, there were other people probably who helped you. So acknowledge that teamwork. This is that kind of teamwork which is being mentioned by the tarot card. It is a teamwork which has brought you to this. You must acknowledge your team as well. Maybe you were the leader, maybe 80% of it was on you, but the 20% credit which goes to your team of maybe your guides, maybe people in your life, friends, relatives, whoever it was, you must acknowledge that it was not your doing all alone. It was you and others, who brought about this entire closure. That will bring about the gratitude you have towards the seen and the unseen forces which have been working with you and always kind of having your back when you were in the midst of it. So acknowledge them also, not yourself alone. Give as much credit to them as you give to yourself, because even if one person were missing, probably things would have been very different now, right? So Sagittarius, I hope you liked the reading. Thank you for watching.